Are you curious about what it takes to turn your passion into a profit? In this video, I'll reveal what it really takes as well as some top tips. For the best advice on creating magnetic branding and a business that can fuel your dreams, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. Over the past decade, I have tried tons of different ways to turn my passions into profit, and some of those have been far more successful than others. But what I've found to be the most important thing of all is how much freedom have I gained from whatever endeavor I'm a part of. And so I've learned that I can do work that I absolutely love and find fulfilling, but it's more important that I also have enough free time that I can spend in my passions. Now, that doesn't mean that my passion can't be my business. I am all for turning our passions into business. So as you'll see from what I'll share with you in this video, turning your passion into profit isn't necessarily always what it's cracked up to be. And there's definitely some things that you want to be aware of so you can go in with your eyes wide open, because it's more important that you have a life that you love and that whatever you're pursuing brings you joy and works and is profitable than anything else. Now, before we talk about how to turn your passion into profit, let's talk about some of the common myths that can keep you stuck and not pursuing your passion at all. Myth number one is that if you're really passionate about something and excited, then it will automatically turn into something that is going to be successful and generates money. The truth is that energy, excitement, passion are all really important, but they're only one piece of the puzzle. And ultimately, to be very profitable and successful in whatever you're pursuing, it needs to have a strong strategy to back it up. Myth number two is that if you're really good at something and you just work harder, that you're going to be really successful at it. But the truth is that being good at something and having talent is only one piece of the puzzle as well. And that can get us a little bit into what I call the Santa Claus syndrome, where we think if we're really good and we work really hard all year, then somehow this great thing that we're working for is just going to fall into our lap, which may happen in a rare circumstance, but more often our businesses and our passions become successful and profitable when we consistently show up and bring value to others. Myth number three is that it's ideal to turn your passion into a profit. However, the truth is that it's not always ideal. Sometimes trying to force your passion to be profitable can actually kill your passion and kill your joy. So you want to be really wise about making your passion into a profit and just realizing that nothing kills passion more like being broke and feeling stuck. So you want to go in wise so that you're set up for success. Now, I would love to hear in the comments which of these myths has ever kept you stuck. I personally can say that each of them have kept me stuck in the past, and it's really important to identify which ones so that you can successfully claim that you're ready to break through being stuck by that myth anymore and ready to move on and create what you really want. So now let's talk about how to turn your passion into a profit. Step number one is, first of all, deciding and getting really clear on what you really, really want from your passion, and then deciding, do you really want to turn it into a profitable business or not? So for example, maybe you're an artist who loves to paint and draw, and maybe you're excited about being able to do art more in your time instead of working at a job that maybe you just don't love. Well, think about this. If you want to be a successful artist, you're going to need to get really good at either making money in two ways, either commissioning your work and having people pay you to do art that maybe you don't really want to do, or you'll need to get really good at taking your art and learning how to manufacture it and connect with brands and other companies who want to use your art in their various ways. So maybe it's with a home goods store and it's art that's going to be hung on a wall, or maybe it's pattern design that's going to be used on electronics and makeup and all sorts of things that can be out there. You're going to have to get really good at not just art, but other kinds of skills in order to make either of those ventures successful. And in both of those scenarios, you'll want to be developing a strong personal brand for yourself so that you're able to make a name for yourself and your art and become more well-known in that respect. And when you look at all of these aspects of what it will actually take to be really successful as an artist, it's a good idea to ask yourself, is that the life that you really want? Or maybe, do you want to continue your current career path and just keep advancing yourself and your income in that respect so that you have more time and energy freedom to devote to art in your off hours and your weekends? Tip number 2 is to honor the season of life that you're in. So it may not be a season where you're able to fully devote yourself 100% of the time to your passion, but that doesn't mean that you don't have work to do right now within it. For example, while Albert Einstein was building up his confidence in his work, he was working in a patent office, and he said in retrospect that the monotony of the patent office work was really supportive to cultivating his fascination with mathematics and science that then turned into his career and what we all know him for now. But it didn't start that way. So for some of you, you might be in a spring season of your life where it's a really important season to just plant the seeds and get things started. Take that art class you've been wanting to take, or start learning about something that's been fascinating you, or taking up a new skill that you know could help you with turning your passion into a profit. Or you might be in a summer season where you're getting really tired of your current job and situation and things are getting really stressful, but it's important for you to stick with it because staying true and keeping that job and staying in it and keeping saving money is going to pave the way for you then to finally be able to be free and liberated to pursue your passion fully in the next season, which would be if you're in a season of fall where it's time to harvest that passion and actually make that jump and take that leap and really dive fully into your passion. Or you could be in a winter season where it's, tiring and stressful, and at minimum you've just got to keep your passion alive. So whatever season you're in, honor it. Don't fight against it and be mad at whatever time you're in, and embrace it and see how can you cultivate and strengthen your passion right now, no matter your circumstances. Tip number 3 is start practicing consistency in your passion right now. So if you were to envision what it's going to look like when you're fully able to live in your passion, and picture what does your day actually look like? What kinds of things are you doing then that you're believing that somehow you can't do now because of your current situation? And just see, is there even just one thing that you could pull from your future vision of your passion into your daily life now? So for example, maybe you see yourself as being a writer in the future and you'd love to do that full time. Well, what does a writer do every day? They write. So if you can be writing consistently every day, you're going to strengthen your skill, increase your talent, and make yourself even more set up for success for that passion to someday really truly launch and turn profitable. Tip number 4 is to get crystal clear on what exactly your passion is and exploring how it can serve other people. Because in the end, that is how you will be profitable, is how you can serve others with whatever your passion is. And so the more you have a better understanding of their pains and their struggles and how your passion applied can be the solution and can make a difference in their life, and the more you can speak to that, the more likely you will be to be able to then effectively communicate and sell your passion product or service and become far more profitable. Tip number 5 is to learn and get the system set up to support your success in making your passion as profitable as possible. Now, what do I mean by systems? Well, if you think about all the aspects that are going to be required for your passion to be profitable, you're looking at marketing and customer service, distribution, sales, customer fulfillment, referrals, your culture of whatever you're creating. There's so many aspects that you can be considering and working on right now in the meantime. And ultimately, it's the strength of your systems that is going to support you in having success with turning your passion into a profit. In Seth Godin's book, This is Marketing, he talks about if you have a passion for something and you know it can make a difference in someone's life, you have a duty to learn how to market it effectively, which is such a healthy concept that brought me a lot of relief early on, because I realized that really is something that we can hold ourselves back in so much because we're afraid to put ourselves out there or afraid to speak out and show up to serve. But ultimately, if we know it can change someone's life and make a difference, it really is our duty to go after it and learn the skills and get the systems in place that are going to make it so that we can change those lives with our passion. Now, this might mean that it's the time right now to start researching some of those systems a little bit more. Maybe you're not ready to invest in a website, but you're ready to start learning about websites and learning what it's going to require and about the different hosting platforms you have to choose from. Maybe you want to watch some YouTube videos or take a training on social media marketing. This is a good season for you to be learning as much as you can so that you can have your systems as strong as possible when you really, really dig your heels in and get fully started. Now, in conclusion, please know that ultimately I am far less concerned about someone turning their actual passion into a profitable business venture than I am about people actually living profitable, passionate lives. They can be different, and so I really encourage you, follow your passion and don't force it to become profitable before it's time, or if at all, if it doesn't feel aligned. Your passion is a gift and it matters so much for you to nurture it. And so stay connected to it and keep fanning that flame, and the opportunities and the right people and the right moments are going to come to you. And you're not going to have to work hard at that part, but the passion is something that nobody else can give you. So nurture that passion, have fun with it, enjoy yourself, and don't put on the pressure too soon. If you have a dream in your heart, I promise you, there really is a way for you to achieve it. And our journeys in creating our dreams rarely look how we think they will, sadly. But the good news is that all we have to ever worry about is just the next step. So I hope that's what you'll take away from listening today, and just even pondering and asking yourself, what is just my next step? And that's all you have to have the courage to take. And then you'll take the next step after that. And one step at a time, you will reach your goal. Are you wanting to get even more clear about how you can turn your passion into a profit? Well, definitely take advantage of my free guide, where it has some good brainstorming questions, as well as some more tips that are going to help you get really clear and help you take that next step. Like, ring the bell, and be sure you're a part of that Soul Branding and Business Facebook group so that you can take things even deeper.